Good morning, everybody. Lee Brower here, and welcome to this week's edition of Meaningful Monday. I am grateful to be here, and I am glad to be here. Two buttons. Can you read them? No? Yes?
Absolutely.
Oh, which one sounds more like me?
Right away. No. Sure thing. Certainly. Of course.
That one. Which one do you think sounds more like Warren Buffett?
For the last time, no. No. No.
Warren Buffett says no 99 times out of 100. That's one of his keys to success. Is it just that he says no to other people, to other projects, or is he saying no within his own time frame, within his own schedule? Maybe saying no to those things that may seem important, but not essential for him in his most productive moments. We all make to-do lists. I make them all the time. We check them off. It feels so good to check off a to-do list. We get endorphins that run through us. But is it really the most productive thing? Yes, we need to know what is the most important thing to do. But maybe what if we created a don't-do list? What if we had a don't-do list on those things that today I'm not going to do? And what would you first want to do? You'd want to protect that time when you're most productive. You'd want to be able to say,
I said no.
and if you determine in advance, you're embedding ahead of time that
N-O.
so that you don't have to think about it. You make that choice ahead of time. So I'm going to give you 3 questions that you can help build your don't-do list. I've used them to help build one for me. So here's the 3 questions that came up for me. The first thing is, Lee, what saps your energy? Make a list of the things that sap your energy. Maybe it's to email what saps your energy during the most productive time. That makes it even different. How do I block off the time and what saps the energy there, and how do I protect myself from that? What do I say no to in advance so that I don't have to do it in the moment, on the spot? How do I set up that protection device? What's on my don't do list to make that happen? Okay, the second one is, what activities are, what do I call it? Procrastination boosters. What are those activities that are procrastination boosters? Got to think about it. Okay? So the first one, what saps my energy, but what's procrastination boosters? In other words, they may be good activities. How many of you get good ideas? They just seem to come whenever they come, don't they? And you get the good idea and you jump in it. Maybe I'm working on a project that has a deadline and I'm working, and as I'm looking on it, I see something on the internet and I go, oh, that's cool. And off I go. And it may be a good idea. It may be something we want to do sometime, but not there in that moment. It's taken away from that productivity. Experts tell us, and from many sources, they tell us that it takes over 20 minutes for us to get back to the activity once we get dinged or run to something else. Okay? 20 minutes. So when I'm running off, I've got to come back to that. So what do I say no to? The easiest way to say no is put that item, if I think it's worthwhile, on my don't do list. Not on my to-do list, my don't do list. Okay, and if it's been on my don't list, I can come back to it. I can look at it at another time. The third one's interesting, because this is, I'm wondering about Warren Buffett. Does he say no to this next one? What ways can I escape from my comfort zone? What are those activities that I do because they seem to be normal to me now? Look around. How many people do you know that are checking their phone every 5 minutes, that they're interrupted by a ding, that they're diving in on their Twitter account or their social media, Facebook, whatever it may be? Studies tell us it's 20 minutes to get back to it. So avoid the normal. Get out of your comfort zone. Break those habits. What is it that I'm not going to do? Don't take the phone with you into the bathroom. Okay? It's a it is a killer. A time killer. Avoid the normal. You're not normal. Avoid being like everybody else. You're not average. If you can cut out much of the fluff that most other people engage in every day, then you're going to have the time to devote your time to people, activities, and projects that matter most. You're essential. Put those normal activities on your don't do list. Now, if you can just answer those 3 questions, and put them on your don't list. What saps your energy? What activities are procrastination boosters? They may be good, but they're right in the middle of it. You can ignore those. You have a system. You put them in your don't do list. And then how do I, those things that have become comfortable to me, the habits that I want, how do I break those habits that everybody else is doing, because I'm not going to be like everybody else. And I'm going to optimize that time. If we can build on those 3 questions and stick to them, then we're going to have so much space in our life. Space to improve ourselves with our reading, space to build relationships with those we care about, our family, and space to build the business even bigger that you want to build. So say,
Nope.
and I'll see you next week. Thank you for being with me this week on Meaningful Monday.